A storm churned in the sky, a tempest of bruised purple and angry gray. Lightning crackled, illuminating a landscape ripped from a fever dream. Ancient Greek columns, cracked and worn, stood defiant against a backdrop of gleaming skyscrapers that scraped the sky. This was no ordinary meeting of minds, this was a clash of eras. At the center, a figure radiated an aura of power, instantly recognizable with his shock of golden hair and defiant stance. Donald J. Trump, the businessman, the showman, the 45th President of the United States, had returned, and he was ready to talk, or rather, to hold court. Around him a circle of figures materialized, their forms shifting, ethereal yet substantial. Plato, Aristotle, Machiavelli, Augustine, Confucius, Hobbes, Nietzsche, Kant, Marx, Camus, giants of thought summoned from across time and space. They had come to debate, to challenge, to engage with the man who embodied the zeitgeist of the 21st century. The storm raged on, mirroring the intellectual tempest about to unfold. "Gentlemen, philosophers, great thinkers, let's cut to the chase," Trump boomed, his voice echoing across the surreal landscape. "You think you've got wisdom? I've got deals, towers, a brand that's huge. Let's see if your ideas hold up in the real world."
"Mr. President," began Plato, his voice soft yet firm, "you speak of the real world. But what if what you perceive is but a shadow, a pale imitation of true reality?"
Trump scoffed. "Shadows? I'm all about bright lights, big wins. No shadows here, folks."
"Consider," Plato persisted, "the allegory of the cave. People trapped inside mistaking shadows for reality. Could your beloved Twitter be that cave, Mr. President? A world of fleeting opinions and manufactured outrage, blinding you to true knowledge?"
Trump glanced at his ever-present smartphone, his brow furrowing momentarily before a smirk spread across his face. "Twitter? Fake news? Please. I know a good deal when I see it. It's how I built my empire, how I connect with the American people directly. No filters, no fake news media."
"Mr. President, it seems some shadows are more alluring than others."
"Let's talk virtue, Donny boy," a robust voice boomed. Aristotle, clad in athletic garb, strode forward, radiating an aura of vitality.
"A good leader, a virtuous leader, strives for balance, for the golden mean. Not for extremes."
Trump puffed out his chest. "Extremes? I do huge things, Aristotle. Big wins, big successes. Nobody's ever accused me of being average."
"Indeed, but is winning everything? Where is the temperance, the justice, the wisdom in your pursuit of victory at all costs? A leader's virtue lies in serving the common good, not just their own ambition."
Trump chuckled, wiping his brow with a towel emblazoned with "Trump make philosophy great again." "Look, I create jobs, I make deals, I put America first. That's what the people want, what they deserve. It's common sense."
"Mr. President, common sense is sadly not so common. And true leadership requires more than just instinct. It demands reason, ethics, a commitment to something larger than oneself."
Section 4. Machiavelli's War Room, Fear, Fortune, and Fake News. The air crackled with tension as a figure emerged from the shadows. Niccolo Machiavelli, his face etched with cynicism and experience, surveyed the scene with a shrewd gaze. "You speak of power, Mr. President, but do you understand its true nature?"
Trump smirked. "Power? I wrote the book on it, pal. The Art of the Deal. It's all about leverage, winning, being smarter than the other guy."
Machiavelli's lips curled into a knowing smile. "Leverage, yes. But power is a fickle mistress, Mr. President. It demands more than deals and bravado. It thrives on perception, on the ability to control the narrative, to instill fear or admiration, even when the truth is malleable."
Trump thundered, slamming his fist on the desk. "Fake news. They try to control the narrative, spread lies, undermine me at every turn. But the people see through it. They know I'm fighting for them."
"Perhaps," Machiavelli conceded, his tone laced with skepticism. "But remember, Mr. President, in the game of power, perception is reality. And the line between truth and falsehood is often as thin as a tweet."
Section 5. Augustine's Confession, Can a Dealmaker Find Redemption? A hush fell over the gathering as a figure of serene authority stepped forward. Augustine of Hippo, his gaze filled with wisdom and compassion, fixed Trump with a steady eye. "Mr. President, you speak of winning, of deals, of earthly success. But what of the soul? What of moral integrity?"
Trump shifted uncomfortably. "Look, I'm a builder, a businessman. I've done more for charity than—"
Augustine raised a hand, silencing him gently. "Charity is admirable, Mr. President. But true morality lies in humility, in acknowledging our flaws, in seeking redemption for our transgressions. Can a man who values winning above all else truly understand the meaning of grace?"
Trump bristled. "Redemption? I don't need redemption. I create jobs, I fight for America, I win, that's what matters."
Augustine sighed, a hint of sadness in his voice. "Mr. President, true victory lies not in conquering others, but in conquering oneself. It is a journey of self-reflection and repentance, a path it seems you have yet to travel."